This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so I'm going over the teacher notes for week 3. And it first says you're going to use 2 data sets here, one Excel and one SPSS. The first one is Excel, and it says lab data. And I've got that pulled up here. And so the first thing you're going to do is using formulas in Excel. And this is where you want to pull up the week 3 student lab notes and just run through the different formulas. And, show them where they are. I think it's really good to have the student lab notes up on the screen because otherwise they kind of don't seem to know what you're looking at. And then they always seem surprised when I point out I'm just reading from the student lab notes. So I would have them up and kind of show them where you're getting it from.
Okay.
Okay. So here it says to create mean, standard deviation, median, and mode rows at the bottom. So I'm just going to go to the bottom and type in here mean, median, whoops, actually it should be standard deviation, median, mode. And to do this, I'm going to do the average. Whoops, I need to do the equal sign first. Equals average, parentheses, and here I think it's B2 to B84. That's how I have it written in my notes. And then we'll do the same thing for standard deviation. Equals ST, I think it's this one down here, ST.
Yeah.
And I selected it, but let's see, equals STDVA. Again, B2 to B84. Median equals median. B2 to B84. And equals mode. B2 to B84. So then the next thing is you teach them how to drag them across, and you can do it one at a time. That might be helpful. So, after you do the mean, you might drag it across just so they see it multiple times. Then when you're done, I would point out that gender and ethnicity is not a numeric value. It's qualitative data. It's not quantitative. So we're going to delete this. And then the other thing is selecting this, right-clicking, format, and making it 2 decimal points.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay, and then you're going to teach them to do the count if for these. So I might type in men and women. And then for men equals count if, whoops, I did something wrong there. Count if, and I have the formula written out here, so you're really good at Excel though, right?
Yeah.
You work in Excel all day, comma. All right, so something went wrong there. Oh.
You can hit M, not men.
Huh?
I think he hit M instead of met.
But it's M here, so I'm asking to count. C. It should be C. Whoops. So
Yeah.
that's okay. C. There we go. Let me change that in my teacher notes. Okay. And then I'm gonna just copy this and paste it. And
just
then
change
change the M to W. Whoops. No, I meant to do that here. Okay. I see. Okay, 46. Now what's wrong with this one? Count. Oh, it's an F.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, and I also might show them like how to bold this. And then you're going to do the, you know, Caucasian, Asian, African American, Hispanic. I think I got all of them. Okay. So here would be equal count if D2 to D84, comma, C. Okay, and then I'm gonna copy and paste this. Why does it do that? Okay. And then just change each of these. Right, and then I would again bold these just to show them how to format.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the first third of the teacher activities. Any questions?
No, I mean that's the easy one, I would say.
Okay, so then we create the bar chart of means of competencies. Select the means right here. And then insert bar chart. Insert, I'm looking. Looks like it's just this.
Yeah.
I guess I'll just pick the 2D. Okay. And then right click on chart, select data. Under horizontal axis labels, click edit. And then we go to the top, I think, and select these. Okay. And then play around with editing chart title, changing the colors of the bars. Okay. Let's hit OK and see how this looks. Right. So then here's where format chart area. Just showing them, you know, they could do a different outline, a different fill. Whoops. Now I don't know how to get it. Add data labels. Definitely want to put that on there. How did I do? Let's see. You right. Okay. How did I just do that? I think now that I've done it, I can't.
What are you trying to do?
Add the labels. How would I take it away now?
Oh, I think you click on that thing. Click on that and see if you can change the select data maybe, or is it format chart area? Which one of those?
Format grid lines, format access. I think it's there. Okay, so then I know we can do this easily in SPSS. Clustered. I don't know if there's a way to do the descending. I mean, I think the easiest way to show them how to do that would be to, if it were me, I would do this, where I copied these, and I would transpose them.
Yeah.
Where's my paste special? There we go. Transpose, and then I would select these. Let me move this chart. Select these, copy and transpose. That somehow didn't work. Oh, let's see. I think I'm going to copy it.
You may have to paste values. That might be a better one.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Paste values and then copy and then transpose. I don't know what's doing that. I think as I cut instead of copied, it's not. Let me try it again. Oh, okay. I get it. I get it. I have to come down here. It doesn't like that I'm doing it over the value.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. then I'm going to cut it and paste it. Okay, so then, you know, and I would actually do this on another Excel sheet so you don't mess up your data. And then sort it. Sort, actually I want largest to smallest. You know, the interesting thing is it didn't move the titles, so it sorted it. Let me do undo. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it did. Maybe it did. Critical thing. No, because communication should be the highest. And
I would I'd restart from the beginning because all those have multiple decimals except for critical thinking.
Wait, say that again?
For some reason, all the ones are displaying with multiple decimals except for critical thinking, which is only rounded to 2.
That's just because I didn't. That's just because I didn't. When I pasted the values, it lost the formatting.
Okay.
I just didn't do it again. But see, it actually isn't even sorting properly because it's still keeping. It's putting this critical thinking. Let me do this. Cells number, okay. Okay, why is this? Oh, this must not be a number.
That's what I was getting at.
Ah, I thought you were saying it just wasn't. But it is a number. Okay, now let's try it. And Adam, I have no idea why this is doing this. It's sorted all of them but that one. If it were me, I would just cut, paste, cut, because to make this chart in Excel, it doesn't need to look pretty here.
Yeah.
Insert, bar chart, 2D, and now we have it.
Yeah.
That's probably the easier way anyway. I always find like I make a little chart to make a chart in Excel. So then let's see how okay, so right click on the bar, add data label, add data label.
Yeah.
I'm just updating the teacher notes. Okay. Then, oh, but that didn't do it for all of them. Do you know how to select all of them? Because it's just going from one to the other. It's doing it one at a time. Okay. The way I did it before on this sheet did it all at once. And I don't know. Let me try something. Nope. All right. Well, it's not too hard to do all if it doesn't work to do them one at a time. Okay. So that's the second part. And then they can play around with doing the chart title. I actually prefer that they delete this and then do the APA title.
Okay.
Right. So you know, it looks like that, and then they put it in their text and they've written out the title. So you might want to tell them that. Okay, I recommend deleting. Okay. Oh, and I have a screenshot of the formulas. Oh, and I did skew and kurtosis too.
Yeah.
I see now here down here, even though it doesn't say to in the notes. Okay, so then the third part is now we pull up the SPSS. Recode survey labels into numbers. 1 strongly agree, 2, okay. So we go to the variable view. And I think I have more notes down here because maybe I don't. Oh, I do it. Making sure to change the variable type to numeric after the changes occurred. Okay. So so we go transform, recode, selecting
I generally select them all. I generally select them all except for 13, 20, and 23.
Yes, but that is technically how you would do it, Adam. You and me. But and you can tell them that when it's over, but I want them just to get the extra experience of reverse coding.
Okay.
Right, because they will have to go back and label it. So we put all of them over, old and new values. Okay, so strongly disagree is 1. Okay. Disagree is, whoops, is 2. Oh, it was somewhat disagree.
Yeah. No, somewhat disagree is, I believe, is.
Well, I've got it listed here on the, I just looked at the wrong,
Yeah.
I'm reading from one screen to the other. Okay, 4 is agree. And I think
disagree is a 2 and somewhat disagree is a 3.
no, 1 is strongly disagree, 2 is somewhat disagree, 3 is disagree, 4 is agree. That's how I have it here. Do I have it
I'm
wrong?
looking at your notes, and you have 1 equals strongly
1 equals strongly disagree?
1 is strongly disagree, but I think that's wrong on the note, because I remember scoring this for my dissertation. Because wouldn't your somewhat disagree be a 3 and your disagree be a 2? Because somewhat is less stringent than disagree.
Ah.
I think that.
Did I write it? So I wrote it wrong.
I think you wrote it wrong. Yeah.
No, I did. Okay. And you know what? I kind of, I'll pull this over. As I'm looking at this, I'd like to change it anyway. You and I might know exactly how to do this, but I'm also, you know, writing these notes for somebody who's never taught it before.
Okay.
So I'll just.
Because if you have 5 is somewhat agree, yeah, because agree would also be a is a 5, and somewhat agree would be a 4. strongly agree would be a 6.
Okay, so does this look right to you, how I'm changing? 3, 4 would equal somewhat agree.
Yeah. 5 would be agree, and then 6 would be a strongly agree.
Wait, but I want to put the number, I want to put the somewhat agree equals 4. God, I hope I have not put this wrong into a survey like this. Okay. Agree equals 5. And strongly agree equals 6.
Yeah.
Okay. So back to this. All right. I'm just gonna, I have to make this a
We know
different
that's
value because it won't let me, it won't let me,
yeah.
Now I can change it back to, okay. Strongly disagree, disagree, somewhat disagree, and this should be somewhat agree. And agree should be a 5. And strongly, whoops, disagree.
I mean, strongly agree.
Oh, agree, you're right. Add. Okay. And if you mess any of these up, it's a great to show like that's real life, and then how, you know, this is how it goes. So then you check it. Great, it all changed to numbers. So then you want to make sure to change this to numeric, showing them how to right click, copy and paste,
Copy it.
you know, so they
Yeah.
don't do every one. Let me put that in the teacher notes. Cool. Okay. Then you're going to reverse code.
13, 20, and 23.
Yeah. Okay. So let me just make sure this is numeric. These are all scale. The other thing, you want to put it in here. So 1 equals disagree, or I should say strongly disagree. 2 disagree. 3, I can't tell if I spelled that right. Okay. Somewhat disagree. Thank you. I think I used all my brain in that interview. Were you on it?
No, I was not. I had something before that.
Somewhat agree. 5. Did you see that job I sent you?
Yeah.
The CEO? Okay, just want to make sure you got it. Agree. Whoops, and 6. Strongly agree. So again, showing them, okay, and then right clicking and pasting. Just really emphasizing how important this is because people forget to do it and then they don't remember what they labeled. Label and variable view. Do first one, copy and paste, rest. Okay. All right. Then reverse code 13, 20, and 23. If it's me, also, I like to see everything. So I would, you know, because it's a number, I would do this like 3 and then copy. I missed one up there. So it's like you know, it's easy to see like that.
Yeah.
Or just, you know, for 1, I would just drag. Okay. So then we go transform, recode into same variables. And it's 13,
20.
Oh, clearing old and new values. Okay, 13, 20, and 23, right?
Yeah.
Old and new values. Now, then we are going to do 6 equals 1,
1. Yeah.
5 equals 2, 4 equals 3, 3 equals 4, 2 equals 5, and 1 equals 6. Continue. Okay. You might want to mention something about, you know, this is your syntax. You want to keep that because it shows it's just a record of what you did. So yeah, yep, I did recode this. And sometimes and you might teach them this, sometimes I will go in and do something like, just as a note to myself, like, yes, this has been done. Because when I come back and look at this database a year later, I'm like, did I? I hope I did. And sometimes like I'll do a checklist on paper, but this keeps a you know, a record of it here. Okay. So where are my teacher notes? Okay. I think that's it. So what else do I have here? Oh, and then compute SciCap and scale scores.
Yeah.
And I also have recode female to 0, male to 1. If time, create a bar graph by gender. Okay, so let's see. So transform compute and self-efficacy is the mean, and you know, you can show them you can come down here and show them this and move it up.
Yeah.
Or mean is 1. Whoops, okay, and then 6 is it, so you close it. Okay. Then going back and checking, all right, yep, you've got it there. So then you're just going to repeat that for
The rest of them.
the rest of them, and then the overall SciCap,
Yeah.
which is also just kind of introducing them to how, you know, a survey might, you know, how it might have subdimensions.
Correct. Because that's what they'll be doing for their homework.
Right. Okay, so then back to the teacher notes. Let's see. Recode, email. And that's the same thing we just did. You know, we did it with the
Yeah.
numbers, but do that. But okay, each time create a bar graph by gender showing averages of 4 SciCap scales. So I'll just do it with self-efficacy. I'm trying to remember how I did this. I know it's in the next teacher notes, I think. Well, but you know what? I have to, hold on. I have to do that for this to work, I think. Let me try. Graph, bar, cluster, okay. Category access is going to be self-efficacy, define clusters by gender. Okay. That doesn't look very good.
No. Do we change them to zeros and whatever they were?
No, it's really more about the self-efficacy as a continuous scale down here.
Okay.
Let me look at the homework instructions and see if that's totally necessary. Okay. And you should have all new files that I put in the shell from that. Don't use the ones from last year because I made a lot of corrections.
Yeah.
And I did not change that the word pillars is used in the survey. But I did try to take the social service agency out because that was confusing.
Yeah.
In addition to describing your sample in the introduction, please report graphs for the demographics available, which they learned how to do that in week 2, correct?
Correct.
All right, so they know how to do that. Next, create new variables for the overall dimension scores. Okay, they're compute the average of the dimension scores based off the hard copy. Make sure you label the bars with appropriate numbers. Make sure you show the dimensions in descending means.
So the best way for them to do that is to take their SPSS means and put them into an Excel.
Right, and the thing is, I have you going over it in Excel, but not SPSS.
Right.
So once you do these, let me just go on and do them because I just want to just make sure this works. Okay. Hope is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Does that seem right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, it should be one more. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It should be 12. Oh, I might have messed up that first one. PCQ 12, right? Self-efficacy was 1 to 6. Okay, so hope 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah.
No, that is 6. What am I at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is 6. Okay, I messed up the first one. But I can fix it. Okay. And then here, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I did it right. Okay.
Yeah. You're right.
Just doubting myself. All right. Transform, compute. The next one is resilience. Just checking my notes. 13 to 18. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. And 18. Okay. Checking I did it right. And then last one, optimism, which would be 19,
20, 21, 22, 23, and 24.
Okay. And then I'm just going to copy this so I don't have to type it out again. 1 to 6. Whoops. All right. And then the last one. And this is going to be overall SciCap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay. Okay. Now, if I want to show, actually, I'm sorry, I only need to do these 4. So if I want to do, I would go graphs, legacy dialog, bar, simple, and then other statistic mean. But I want to do them all together, so maybe I've picked the wrong kind. Hold on.
Would be clustered, I think.
Probably, yeah, clustered. Summaries of separate variables. No, it's simple, but summaries of separate variables, I think. Which, let me write that down. That is graph legacy dialog, simple, bars represent groups. Okay. Okay. Yep, that did it. And then going in and showing them how to do the data label here. And it's the count mean, okay. Number format, I don't know why it's got more than that. Oh, you must have to hit apply, okay. All right, so these are all really close. Let me just put this in the teacher notes. So we went graph, legacy dialog, bar, simple, summaries of separate variables. Separate variables. Bars represent move for subdimensions of SciCap over, make sure statistic selected is mean. Click icon of bar chart to add labels to the data, making sure to format to 2 decimals in number formatting and hitting the button apply. Okay. So you're showing them how to do descending means in Excel and descending means in SPSS. And I think what happened is in class, when we were just, fooling around with this, I think that's what I did, is I showed them how to do it in SPSS. Do you remember? I mean, that's what we ended up doing. I just didn't write out all the teacher notes.
What we ended up doing was doing descriptive statistics and moving it all into Excel. That's what we ended up doing in class.
Is that how I did it?
Yeah.
Say a little bit more. From the Excel chart or from SPSS?
From SPSS, because we were having some issues with the graph. So what we did is we went to descriptive statistics. We got the means of these things.
Okay. All right, and then did I right click?
Yeah, and we ended up copying that and moving that over into an Excel.
Oh, I remember. Okay. Okay, let me put that in the teacher notes. Run a descriptives table in SPSS, which automatically gives descending means, and copy and paste into Excel. But I'm going to move this up to, actually, I'll copy it. Ah. Okay. All right. I'm so glad you reminded me of that because I forgot. All right, so does that help you feel good about tonight?
Yes.
Perfect. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually, any more questions related to this that we want to record?
I got one. If you could end recording, I have a question about a student.
Okay.